Alright guys, it's William Jamming. Welcome to my channel. So you're watching a series of video about WebKit, and we already achieved something like this. So we got this emoji, we got this like Tuesday, so the weekday, we got this show here. We also got the date. So we use the switch statement at the structure of data entry. If you look at here, you can see that we got struct of data entry, we got timeline entry, and we got this. It's sort of like the data type. Okay, okay, it's sort of like a data type, and then we got MLG, and we use a switch statement to switch. Like Sunday we got this smiley cool guy face, and Monday we got this face. Okay, and yeah, so far so good. So far so good, but I want to do something more interesting. Okay, we're going to use this method but make our project much more organized. So if you look at our project here, every logic every logic especially the different configuration, we just hard code it inside the timeline, and I want to change that. I want like make my project expandable so I can say, hey, well, I want to for example, I want to change the background color according to the different month. Okay, we got 12 month, and I want to change the color according to the month, and say I want to change the weekdays text color. Okay, yeah, using different months as a sort of a trigger, we can do that. But it seems like like a random request that your boss or the person who asked you to do this project will come up with randomly. So you have to make your project expandable, much more organized for you to add some feature later, and that's the like restructuring of our projects that we are going to share with you guys today. Okay, let's get to it. So let's build this by adding a struct that specify the different configuration according to the different scenario. This is a commonly used practice, so you have to know this. So I'm going to create a new file. Instead of Swift UI, I'm going to make a pure Swift struct. I'm going to save this as a say date configuration, because we're going to configure the whole setting according to different dates. So date config, all right, date config, and of course you can move this around. I prefer to move it here. Of course, you can put that in a different directory. This is just a personal preference. Doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is to have a struct, struct, and then we got the date configuration. So since this date configuration, we're going to have a different settings that can be changed. So for example, let's say the background color, there will be a lot of type. So yeah, you've been warned. So background color. So background color will be, I'm going to use American spelling because that's how programming do. Background color will be the color. Can't find color. That's because I did not import Swift UI here. So Swift UI, that should show the color, and then we can just pass whatever you want to change here. So for example, emoji text, you can do that. Since I'm using a string for the different emoji, you can do that. Let the say weekday text, and of course if you want to change the color, you can make it color. Doesn't really matter, right? So you get the gist of it. Just whatever you want to change, you put it here, and you just declare whether you want to change it, you want to put it in a string, or you want to change it in color. So for example, the day text, we can also change that as well. So the emoji text, weekday text color, and day text color can also be changed according to this configuration bar. Okay, and then I'm going to add a static function that determine our configuration according to our date. So from our date, then we can get, like, calculate some sort of answer. Okay, so we can get you the specific configuration, and this can be calculated. Let our, say, month integer. So month int will be using calendar dot find the current dot find the component component. That's about it. And this is month integer. Okay, so I'm going to dot, and I'm going to find the specific month from our date. So that date will be date. Okay, so we find this month integer. Later we're going to, change, like switch this month. Okay, so yeah, just bear with me, just put it here, and because we're going to make our decision like based on the number here. And of course we can get the weekday data. So weekday will be equal to calendar dot current dot and component. Okay, and we're going to get a specific kind of component. So for example, it's a weekday, I'm going to use weekday as well. So yeah, pretty simple one. So weekday, yeah, weekday from, specific date. Really simple one. Yeah, let me just got it here. So we got our month integer, we got this weekday, and we can get the, say, month configuration. Month configuration will be, we can call our month configuration. So month config, and right now is unwritten. So yeah, configuration. Let me just type it in full. So configuration, month configuration. Did I spell that correctly? Okay, we can for our month integer. Okay, and according to that, we will get a specific month configuration. Store that in the month configuration. Right now, it can't find the month configuration scope. That's totally okay, because I haven't written that yet. And let our weekday emoji, let me capitalize emoji, that will be our weekday emoji. So weekday emoji, and right now does not have that weekday emoji yet, so you can't find in the scope. That's intend to do so because I haven't write that yet. So from that weekday, okay, you can say weekday in something like that. Right now I think weekday will be fine. Okay, so we got two function. We can make it like a private static function that we can change later on. Right now it's unwritten, so we're going to write this function as well. But before we actually write that function, this is a static function, we need to have a return. So yeah, return it is. We are going to return our date configuration, and we can get a specific, say, background, color, emoji, yeah, all that. Okay, and then we're going to pass in all these things. So we got pass in background color, and we're going to, yeah, so for example, you want to change the color according to different months, so we can find this from month configuration. Say we got a background color inside here. Right now I did not write it, so I will just put it as a placeholder. Right now it doesn't make any sense, but we will add that later. So the emoji text will be, say, weekday emoji. Okay, so we can find a specific thing here. If you got like multiple things inside weekday emoji, you can do that. Right now I'm going to leave this weekday emoji here because I want to make it simple. Just change the emoji according to 1 2 3 4 5 7 6, and then we got this like weekday text color, and then we can have a month integer month configuration, month configuration, and we are going to get that specific week, day, and text color. Right now does not have that. I'm just placeholder. So yeah, the drill. Month configuration, config and dots. Say day text color because it's a day text color. Okay, so day text color. Let me just fill in the blank, and then comes to the hard part of get that specific function, because we should write some month configuration, but months we got like 12. I'm not going to type all of it because that will be really tiresome. So to save you guys a little bit of time, I'm going to just paste it here. Okay, so basically write a private static month configuration file function. Sorry about that. We pass in the month and we get background color, week, day text color, and day text color. And I just put some placeholder here. We can fine tune this later on. And by the way, we got this week, day emoji here, and I already write this in my file. I believe it's here. Okay, so we can just safely put it here. Okay, because we're going to use this. So the error should go away. Okay, so once you got this date configuration, every time you're going to use this, you're going to get that from the date config, and determine the configuration from the date that you pass in. So what I'm going to do is to go back to our original project here. I believe this date entry need to be changed. We hard-coded thing here. We can safely delete it. The only thing you need to pass in just the date, and then you can use the dates config. Okay, and maybe just use config. Okay, so much shorter. So config will be date config. It's a struct, right? And you can have a date config, and we're going to call this determine configuration from, we got the date here, so we just pass in date, will automatically give you a configuration. Okay, yeah, so let's look at here. Value of date entry is no member emoji. That's completely understandable. That's because we already changed it. Okay, so we got this D container, the field in the background color. We got V stack, we got text, and this time instead of entry, we can do something like, since it's already a string, I don't think we need to put inside of string. Okay, we're going to just get this entry, and dots, we can get that specific configuration. Dot, things is emoji text, so dot emoji text, right? This is already text, so we can safely put it inside the text, right? We got specific front. We got this entry date. We can format it with daytime, weekday, and we can make it white. Doesn't really matter. All this is just to make it like look nicer. You don't need to worry about this at all. But we can say daytime, weekday, and white. Here, we are going to change this as well. We don't need to change this. Just entry date and formatted daytime and day. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so let's quickly run this to test it out. Okay. By the way, I encountered a error that says something like this. Okay, so if I run this, it will give me an error saying that send process control event. I did not quite catch that. So the reason for that is that the minimum deployment is too high for the simulator. Right now it's like I set to 18, so you have to change the project back a little bit. Okay, so we got like the minimum of 17, and don't forget to change not only the main app but also the widget, and this should solve the problem. And you run that, it will run. So yeah, as you can see, we got this app running, and we also got our widget running. So we can test this by you know, click and hold, and then we got this edit screen. We can click and add widget, and we just need to search for the widget test. Okay, so you can add this widget to your home screen. Yeah, everything works. Okay, so yeah, thanks for support, and see you next video. Bye.